Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we're going to be doing our Coventry City versus Blackpool preview. I'm still just recovering after that that not shock loss, but a sad loss, and yeah, I just want to say it's a horrible loss, but you can see that in the review. But yeah, should we get into Blackpool? Back to the league. Games coming thick and fast now, so got some. It's gonna be an interesting one. Got a big preview coming up. It's against Blackpool. It's gonna be a good game. You know, it's tough, isn't it? You know, Blackpool, tough side. We're 12th, they're 13th. It's not looking great. But we do have 3 games in hand on Huddersfield, who are in the playoffs. So it's not too bad, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting, isn't it? I'm excited to see if we can beat Blackpool. But it's gonna be a tough test, of course, but it's gonna be tough. You know, Blackpool, they look solid. They do look solid, and on the form, you can tell that they look good because they're on really good form, Blackpool. So, you know. What can I say? You know, that game against Southampton was, if you think about it, it was a waste of a game, to be fair, because in the end we lost it. We've got a few players injured, but they're probably going to be back. But we've got loads of players who are going to be tired for this game, and loads of players are not going to be really up for it. You know, we had Gyökeres towards the end that, you know, looked a little bit but yeah, it's going to be a fascinating game. I'm hoping for a win, but as you can see, Blackpool, I think they beat Bristol 3-1 or something like that, something mad like that. So Blackpool are no mugs, so I won't be surprised if they come out and win, because you know loads of our players are really tired. That game did not help. Yeah, they just beat Bristol City 3-1. So yeah, it's not going to help our players that we just had a really big game against Southampton and we lost it. But should we move on to the last game? And it ended Middlesbrough 1, Coventry City 0. Because this is in the league, we are going to do the last game in the league. Of course, our last game was against Southampton. We lost 2-1. But this is the last game in the league. We lost 1-0 to Middlesbrough. Not a good game at all, was it? It wasn't the finest performance. To be fair, it's another dominated performance. We dominate again and again, and we just lose. Like, more shots, more on target, more possession, more passes, more pass accuracy, more fouls. Maybe not a good thing, but we dominated again and again. We keep dominating games. We just got to take our chances. We have 15 shots and only 5 of them were on target. Oh, that's atrocious, you know. That's a third of our shots were off target. And what we meant to do, like, it's just dreadful. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. That's 33% of our shots were off target. So yeah, a third of our shots were off target. Oh, that's not good at all. But yeah. Should we move on to the form table? And this is in the league. So we've lost 6 points overall. Blackpool 1 drew, 1 lost. So that's 10 points. So they're currently better on form on us. But you know, who have Blackpool had? Let's be honest. Blackpool haven't had. You know, let's see who they had, because they could have tough teams. And they've had. To be fair, they've had Bristol. They beat Bristol. They drew to Blackpool. They beat Millwall. The match against Barnsley was postponed, and they beat Hurland. No, they weren't that bad, to be fair. And their loss was a 2-1 to either Hartlepool or Middlesbrough. I'm not too sure if they count cup games, but yeah. So it's gonna be tough, isn't it? Like, they're on decent form, to be fair to them. And yeah, it's going to be fascinating. Moving on to the last meeting, and it was 1-0 to Coventry. It was like the 14th of August, but let's see. But it was a big game. That's when we were on brilliant form. That's when we were on brilliant form. Yeah, 17th of August. That's when we were on brilliant form. We were just running up the ranks. Gyökeres was firing goals. He got the goal to win us again. Can he do that again? I'm not too sure. But, let's be honest. Blackpool, they're a decent side. It's going to be a close game against them. But should we move on to the table? Let's just talk about the table for a second, because it's looking all right. Currently we sit 12th. Blackpool currently sit 13th, so that's it's all right. It's all right. We sit on 40 points. They sit on 40 points, but we have 2 games in hand on Blackpool. We have 3 games in hand on Preston, who are 1 point ahead of us. We are on the same amount of games on Sheffield United, who are 2 points ahead of us. We have a game in hand on Luton Town, who are 2 points ahead of us. We have 2 games in hand on Nottingham Forest, who are 3 points ahead of us. We have a game in hand on Middlesbrough, who are 5 points ahead of us. We have 2 games in hand on West Brom in 6th on 45. So only 5 points off playoffs. We can still get playoffs, but what I want at the moment is what most Cov fans want, is the solid end to the season, a mid-table stretch. Just get mid-table, it'll be fine. If we have a chance of getting playoffs, and we might as well take it, and we might as well try and get playoffs. But at the moment, sitting 12th is a really good season for us. We can just stay around 12th. The worst place for me I want is 16th again, because that's just like no improvement when you clearly had a better season than last season. We were fighting relegation for a bit, and we just went on a tremendous run and just got knocked, and then we didn't get into the any relegation trouble. But if we can just stay around 12th, 11th, around there, I'll be fine. That'll be good. That'll be good for us. But we have games in hand on teams, so we have a slight chance of getting playoffs. But I'm not too fussed about it though. Moving on to who's out, and it's as it stands. When I checked on the app, it's Dabo still out. Todd Kane's back. So Dabo's out. That's the only person who's out at the moment, but we could have more people out. So at the moment, at the time of recording, Dabo is the only one out. Let's move on to the lineup predictions. So we went 4-3-4-3 formation last game against Southampton. I'm going to go back to our usual formation, a 3-4-2-1. So in goal, Moore. There's 3 centre-backs, Clark Salter, Hyam, Madfadzean. Right wing-back, Todd Kane. Left wing-back, Bidwell. So there's 2 centre-mids, Sheaf and Hamer. They're a really good partnership. The 2 cams, Callum O'Hare and Allen. And up front, of course, Gyökeres or Matt Godden, depending if Matt Godden is going to play. I'm not too sure. He was on the bench against Southampton, so it's a bit of a worry. But hopefully he's back for this game against Blackpool. Because if I'm honest, I would like to see Matt Godden play, but I think Gyökeres will play. Because I would like to see Matt Godden play because Gyökeres has played a whole 120 minutes on Saturday. So I really want Matt Godden just to play to get Gyökeres a big rest, because he deserves it. He was up front for the whole 120 minutes trying to gather balls. He was the one who scored as well against Southampton, so he's going to be on banging form. And hopefully if he does play, he can bang another goal against Blackpool, because Blackpool are a very solid side, aren't they? Madfadzean didn't play against Southampton. I think he was on the bench. But there's one person who hasn't played yet, and that's Jody Jones. He came off the bench late on. He came off the bench late on. So I want him to come. I want him to play. But it is what it is. He was when did he come on? I didn't say when he came on. Yeah, he came on in the 89th minute to play for extra time. Callum O'Hare came off. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Should we come on to the big part of the preview and that's score prediction time. It's 12th v 13th. It's Coventry versus Blackpool, Tuesday, 8th of February, 7:45. What a game! What a day! Tuesday will be. I'm recording this on Wednesday. No, what am I on about? I'm recording this on Sunday. I'm going to go Coventry City 2, Blackpool 0. I think we have just a little bit more. I don't know. We just have a little bit more to us. We have a little bit more talent. I'm not too sure. No, to be fair, we have Blackpool, Reading, Cardiff, Barnsley, and Bristol. 5 in a row there. 5 wins in a row. That's 15 points. Oh, that's brilliant. And then Preston possible, Swansea possible, Luton be tough, Shetland, yeah, and then we're into the nitty gritty of Sheffield United. But we have five or six games in a row here where we could pick up some big wins, big 18 in a row, and this is the start of it. Just to let you know, I am going to the Coventry City Barnsley game on the 19th of Feb, so that'll be interesting, and I can have a full review about it and tell you everything you need to know. And plus, that's half-term day. So, but yeah, there we go. That wraps up the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And the Sky Blues go marching on. See ya.